What is up? How's it going, everybody? This is the Ball Up Top podcast YouTube show covering the NBA's top shot NFTs. I'm your host, Mike. It's kind of a little slow week. We only got one pack to open. We're gonna visit the marketplace and probably buy a couple of highlights. I wanted to show off though by showing you guys this NBA All Star VIP pass. Um, these are NFTs that are one of one. Right now, they're doing one for every team. So right now they're working on the Spurs. Actually, they actually have seven current live auctions. And if you look, like going here with the Spurs, the highest bid for the Spurs right now is 35,000 because these are one of one. They're which is it's the first time, as far as I know, this is the first time ever. You go scroll down. The Houston Rockets, they have one going for $19,191.91. There's only one day left on that. The Dallas Mavericks are at 10,000. The Milwaukee Bucks are at 10,000. Pacers, it doesn't. I'm not sure if the Pacers have anything, but that could be because there's still 4 days left. You see the same thing with Cleveland. There's 5 days left there. So let's see the Pistons. As you can see, the teams that are further away, it doesn't look like there's really much. Okay, these are all upcoming auctions. That's part of the reason too. Um, but like the pack, what it is it's not just the NFT you're bidding on. You're actually also bidding on two lower bowl tickets to go to the NBA All Star game, including the Rising Stars game, All Star weekend. There's a meet and greet involved. Like, there's quite a bit of exclusive merch, some behind the scenes access. Like, there is quite a bit of stuff, on court photos. So, this tier thing is not just an NFT, but an experience. Um, Obviously, at this point, I've not seen it for resale. It being a one of one is really kind of interesting because if it being an original thing makes it highly coveted, but essentially this is what I would call a rich person's game because the average fan they can't afford to pay $35,000 for one singular NFT. So, but these have been going on for a few weeks. I think they started on All Star weekend. They're continuing. It's kind of interesting to see how it play out. As you can see in the right hand corner, there's kind of just giving you a little bit of the images of the team's logos. This week for the challenges for this weekend, they had several challenges. Um, I didn't partake in any of the challenges this week, partly just because I didn't have enough highlights to fit the criteria. But what is kind of neat is I'm going to show you the rewards. If you look on the left, you have the Anthony Davis reward, and that is to create a challenge entry featuring 5 specific hollow icons, Series 3 moments, one hollow MMXX or hollow icon Series 2 dunk moment, and the same thing for the Lakers moment to earn an Anthony Davis. On the right, if you got 10 of the All Star game challenges from Series 3, you got the Steph Curry one. But like I said, the thing is so it's priced beyond us at this point. Like, we have one of the All Star highlight moments, and it's Chris Middleton, and it's going, I want to say, for $52 right now. So imagine that, like the lowest one is going for 52, and you need 10. And I think Middleton actually has the lowest priced highlight of the All Star moments. The third one is a CJ McCollum Pelicans highlight. So, which I think this is it comes in the Fresh Thread series from the players that have gotten moved. I think this is his first highlight as a Pelican. It's a really nice pass assisted Brandon Ingram. But yeah, like basically what it came down to me this week is I didn't have enough highlights, and I could afford them, but the lower tier rewards I would have gotten just didn't justify it at this point. I mean, I'm hoping that as we build our collection, more of these opportunities will become more and more available for us. In the marketplace, I figured I would show you guys. Well, first of all, as you can see, it shows you what's trending and what's hot. And part of that is because of the current flash challenges. Trey Jones is trending because he qualified for one of the challenges. Same with Scotty Barnes. So it's kind of like that's what I found interesting with the flash challenges is they could literally take a rewards card that's not worth much, and the price gets bumped way up. Um, Earlier in the week there was a flash challenge, and I had all of them but Doug McDermott. But when I went to go look for Doug McDermott, he was priced around $35, $45. And I was like, I'm not really feeling like paying that much for a Doug McDermott, especially when the reward was just one pack. And then the next day, when I looked at that same Doug McDermott highlight, it was priced down to 7. So these flash challenges can really boost the value of a highlight. So if you're in this to make money, it's kind of good to pay attention to these things because in strike while the iron's hot. But in the marketplaces, we're gonna go on a little bit of shopping spree. But I'm gonna be a little more. We're gonna go over here to the filters. I'm gonna be a little more specific because I want to raise my collector score. Because eventually I want to reach the point where, because there's several packs and rewards and stuff that you're not allowed to be involved with unless your collector score reaches a certain point. So I'm going to look over here and we're going to ignore the common ones for right now. Because if you look, actually, we'll go into a common one just so that you guys can get a point of reference here. The collector score, which is for the common ones, are usually plus 2 points. If you look on the right hand side of the screen, it tells you you get plus 2 points for having that highlight. So, like the things I've been seeing, like I need to be around 1,000. And right now, if you look at the upper right hand corner, I'm at 370. So that doesn't really help me much. So we're going to go back to, or attempt to go back to the marketplace. And we're going to go to the filters here. And now we're going to look at the different tiers. So if you look, they have common on the left hand side, common, fandom, rare, legendary, and ultimate. So we're going to actually start at the highest, and that's ultimate. And we're going to filter it also by price from low to high. And you can see there's nothing in ultimate yet on the marketplace. So let's go to legendary. Legendary, the lowest legendary highlight is a Luke Kennard for $590. Now, the legendary highlights, and this is a series 3. I believe that was a game winner, but I'm not entirely sure because I didn't see the game. But if you look, the collector score on the right hand side is plus 1,000. So one legendary highlight pretty much will keep you involved in any kind of transactions that involve collector scores. But obviously, 590 is not really it's not in the ballpark at this point. So now we're going to go over here. We'll go one less. Instead of doing the legendary, we'll try rare. Now I have one rare, and that's that Chris Middleton I talked about earlier. The lowest rare right now is Darius Basil from the Thunder. Now rares, like I said, he's the lowest, and that collector score is plus 80. So you go from 1,000 to 80. and that's his lowest. His lowest is, if you look on here on the dollar line, his lowest is 44, and his highest is 45. But just the highest this goes to, which is going to be his, which is, they have number 202. Someone has it up for 69,000. Now remember, just because a price is up there does not mean that that's what it's actually going for. That's what someone's trying to sell it for. So we're going to actually look at the lowest serial number. And the lowest serial number, which is number 2, is up for $360. So things that might increase scores is players in the top 75, their number 75, their actual jersey number will sometimes increase prices. Then of course the lower the serial number, the better. So sitting at 44, I'm trying to, that would give me 80. I would put us at 450. I'm really not feeling like going down that road yet. I'd rather buy a couple different things because it's going to give me more options for future plays. So let's go back here into the filters. And so we're going to go now. That was rare. We're going to go into fandom. So fandom, you actually see, like, I have this D Wade, this $3 D Wade. So you see, you can get a fandom one for a pretty cheap price. Now, just for fun, we'll go ahead and see what the high prices are on those also. And the high prices, there's a LaMelo that people want 2,600. Like there are some high prices on the fandoms. So the thing with let's look at this LaMelo. I bring up this LaMelo because I want to show how the collector score even further works. You see, it's plus 15. That's down a lot from 80, but and then in this case, the price is not exactly something you're like jumping for joy over. But when you look at also the low end, like this D Wade, which if you notice here, I've shown in the past, I have one of these D Wades. Like if you look up the upper left hand corner of the D Wade picture itself, it says ×1. That means I have one. So this D Wade, for collector score purposes, let's see, is plus 10. So it's really kind of like a plus. My point being is you could get him for $2, $3, and get plus 10 on your collector score. So let's say you bought 5 of those, spend $10 after taxes and transaction fees, we'll say $20. And in that, you get just as many points as collector score points as maybe if you had spent the whole 40 something on Darius Basil earlier. Also with D Wade, you see that number 3, D Wade, and look at the serial numbers. D Wade's number 3 is there, and that showed, like I said, when jersey numbers increase value. So we're going to go back now, and as I showed you earlier, the number ones were, well, the commons were, they're going to vary, but the low commons are $2. Now our goal with this is we're going to sit there and we're going to buy some. We're trying to increase our collector score. So something, if I can get something $2 or $3 and it increases us by 10, that's an excellent deal. So, and I'm not really interested at this point in duplicating things I already have. So we're going to start out with this Isaac, I can't even pronounce his name, Okaro. He's at $3. If you look, and like I said, for me, this is about increasing the collector score, increasing the size of my collection, so that when these flash challenges come, I have the ability to make some things happen. So we're going to go to the lowest. We'll go to low to high. And see, he's at plus 15. And you see there's several of them that are at $3. So we're going to go ahead and pick him up. Now, the thing with this is you have to remember sometimes if someone else buys the lowest one, like it could sometimes take a while to get to the one you want. Um, but it usually registers them lowest price and then lowest serial number in that price. Forgive me here. And they send you a 6-digit code so that you can see. Continue. You probably saw the ball up top emails and stuff. If anybody interested and want to email the ball up top, I'm pretty good about responding to emails. So, but yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try and buy him. Um, they use as discussed in the original episode, they use a thing called Dapper, which is it's a virtual wallet. You can use Ethereum to also buy these. I don't do that. I pretty much just use cash. For me, since we're talking about cryptos, Ethereum is a long-term value, so I pretty much don't touch that. But as you can see, like my collector score jumped up to 385. You look upper right-hand corner. Then it tells me moments for Cleveland Cavaliers are now they went up to 3 out of 24. Added to the set of the summer of 21 is now 1 of 5. So while we're here, let's go ahead and look at this summer of 2021. This 1 of 5. Let's see if this is an attainable collection because it looks attainable. I mean, we'll check out Bobo because usually he's $19. Like this is a very attainable collection. Okay, Emmanuel quickly. See, he's at $170. So usually, if you look at these collections, there's always at least one guy that you're like, ugh, that one's rough. So yeah, now we're going to keep collecting. So yeah, as you see, we just spent a quick 3. Um, the thing I'm not the fondest of is usually it makes you kind of reset your filters. Like it doesn't just automatically remember what you're going for. So once again, marking the fandom. We'll go over here. We'll go not newest listings. We're going to go from lowest to high because, like I said, we're trying to improve the collector score overall. That's the goal, and we're looking for things we don't already have. So we got this Chris Bosh here, which is $4. We got this Kevin Love that's $5. A Julius Randle that's 5. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pick up Chris Bosh and Kevin Love. This is Raptors Bosh with a bang. Who is he dunking on? I want to say it's Jeff Foster, but I could be wrong. Let this play one more time because I am curious to see who he's actually dunking on. This is young Raptors, pre-holiday. He took Foster off the dribble, and I'm not sure who he got. He definitely got somebody. So the collector score plus 15. Now, the thing is this Bosh, he's probably not going to help me in a lot of these flash challenges because he's not in the league. And usually the flash challenges have everything to do with players in the league for that time period. That performed something over that weekend. Um, so yeah, he's really not going to do much to help me, except for he's going to increase my collector score. I'm waiting for the updating. But so I mean the collector score, if you look, it's already up to 400. So we're also going to try to grab that Kevin Love, because Kevin Love is playing now, and he increased the collector score, and the price is cheap. Like, to me, the fandom area is we'll say, the most efficient area for improving your collector score, because there are some cheaply priced highlights, and at the same point in time, compared to the +2 from the common area, it's just more bang for your buck. So let's go ahead and get that Kevin Love. Kevin Love with the full court pass. That's a nice little look. So right now he's going for 5. And then, you know what? And then after this, we'll buy one more. We're going to buy one more highlight after this, and then we're going to go ahead and go on to our pack opening. Let's see what we got here. And the one thing I don't like is that you can only buy one highlight at a time. Like, it'd be nice to, like, make a shopping cart and knock things out. But what they do is like, they don't want people holding things in their shopping cart. And the best way to prevent people from holding things they're not necessarily going to buy is just to make it so you can only buy one at a time. So we'll buy one more highlight today. See if we can see what we can find here in the fandom area. Lowest to high. Now we're gonna look at lowest to high, like, and see what we can come up with here. Could do Obi Toppin. We could do Julius Randle. We see Mikal Bridges, Chris Middleton. Kind of leaning towards Chris Middleton. Don't know for sure yet. There's a Maria Mayberry. I don't know. These are WNBA stars in here also. So that's kind of it's nice that this extends beyond just the NBA. Look, there's several WNBA players. There's a Tyrese Maxey. So before I make this decision, I'm actually going to see what the newest things they've put up is. See what the newest listing, and see if there's something I'm like, oh yeah, like that's a good bargain for something like that. See, like I said, but this is about being efficient, looking to improve your collector score. So the Middleton is a new one, and it's only $5, so that's probably the direction I'm going to go. There's this Trae Young, Miles Bridges. Is it 8? You see, there's 100 one by Joel Embiid. There's 108. From what I can tell, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and look at this Chris Middleton. From what I can tell, the fandom ones, I don't know if they come out very often. I mean, I know this is a series 3, but if you're looking, like, you saw some D Wades and you saw some Chris Bosches, like, I don't know yet what the criteria is for the fandoms. let's look at this. Let's look at this Trae Young here. Actually, let's look at this. I think we have a Miles Bridges. I have a Chris Middleton, and I don't have those highlights per se, but I do have highlights from them. And that's a nice, that's a nice Trae Young. And I don't believe I have a Trae Young yet. So even just adding him might come to help, really help me out for some of those flash challenges. So I'm going to go and buy him at 12. Let's see. But yeah, like this is essentially it's all about what you have. Like the flash challenges are very much about what you have and what tier they're on. Like sometimes they have rookie flash challenges, which are a lot easier to compete in. But even then, sometimes they'll have one card that's just obnoxiously worth way too much. And, but yeah, like this should put me. I believe this will put me at 430. So yeah, overall we spent probably about $30, and we improved maybe a little bit more than that, but overall probably about 30 to $40, and we improved our collector score by 50 points. So let's go ahead and jump to the pack opening. And I got this pack from trading in. They had a special where you could trade in some trade tickets, and you get a special in this little release. So I don't know what's in it. It might not be anything really, but we're gonna go ahead and open it up. Let's see what we got. Newsflash: the serial number. So for highlights, let's get it started. Bruce Brown. It's actually, I mean, I'm not a Bruce Brown guy. I'm not sure how much that'll go for, but that's actually a really, really nice highlight as they beat the Sacramento Kings. It would also be nice when they should break down these highlights if they gave that. I mean, I know you can see the person's box score when you look at the highlight in your collection, but if they tell you what that person had stat wise. Anthony Edwards. I'm a big Anthony Edwards guy. The more I watch him, I feel like for him the sky is the limit. I'm not sure if he'll get there. I'm not sure his work ethic, but he's just so freaking athletic, and he likes to compete, and he's not afraid. So yeah, Anthony Edwards. I believe I never know the highlight of his, but I don't think I have that one. Bobby Portis. Nice little 3 in the corner. The mayor of Milwaukee. Talk about a guy who, like, he had to bounce around the league a little bit to find his place, but Milwaukee is definitely his place. Let's go for the final one. Serge Ibaka. Another Bucks with that's a block. Old Serge getting involved. So I didn't have anything here that I would be like, oh, like this is the greatest, or so on and so forth. I know that Serge only has 11,000 of them in circulation as far as the fresh threads. So that might be nice. Take a look at that. The other ones were just 3 common ones. So I'm kind of interested to see what that Surge is going to go for. I mean, he is towards the end of its serial number because it's 9,668 out of 11,111. But do kind of want to see, let's go ahead and go to our collections and go to our moments. Kind of want to see what he's going for, because to see if like those trade tickets were worth it. So the highest one is sold for $300. Um, looks like there's 613 of them listed. Yeah, there's the player's box score. In that game, he had 6 points on 50% shooting, 7 rebounds, and obviously a steal and a block. They did lose that game, so I also get a lot of highlights from guys who are losing the games. Yeah, it's got a nice little basically where he was born, height, weight, age, draft pick, birthday. The top sale was $300. That was for his number 25 jersey. The second top sale was the last one in the serials of 11,111 for $99. So yeah, it's not huge. Let's see what he's currently. Let's see all listings. So his lowest price is $6. It's not great, but it's certainly it's certainly not bad. Um, wonder what his collector score is, but his collector score is only a +2. So even though it's fresh threads, it's still considered common. So it didn't really add much to to my collector score. It's probably gonna jump up another 8 points. But it's still, like I said, this is about adding highlights. It's about giving myself better opportunities in those flash challenges to see if we can, about increasing which we came in here to do, increasing the collector score so that when special pack opportunities come along, we can take advantage of those. But that's all I have for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Be back next week, hopefully with some more packs, more flash challenges. Maybe we'll do a little more shopping in the marketplace. Don't forget to check out the podcast on Tuesdays, which is the Ball Up Top podcast. This week we're going to be covering the second episode of The Winning Time on HBO Max, talking about Jerry Buss and the Los Angeles Lakers, Magic Johnson. Um, also on Thursday we'll have basketball philosophy, which I'm working on a topic I think everybody's going to, well, I don't think everyone's going to enjoy it. I think some people are going to find it a little controversial, but it should still be a well thought out program. Don't forget to check out our social medias. Instagram is at Ball Up Top Podcast. Twitter is at Ball Up Top Pod. Feel free to follow us, contact us. We're really good about, getting back to people, having conversations. And, who knows, maybe one of these times we'll have you on the show. So until next time, I hope you guys enjoy yourself. Stay safe. Peace.